Chelsea vs Liverpool tactical preview, where the Stamford Bridge showdown could be won and lost. Chelsea and Liverpool meet in the most anticipated match of the Premier League season so far at Stamford Bridge on Saturday evening. Both teams remain unbeaten in their opening 6 matches, though Chelsea dropped their first points of the season when they drew 0-0 at West Ham last Sunday. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool have won all 6 of their matches, but their visit to Maurizio Sarri's side will represent another level of challenge this weekend. In the week, Chelsea won 2-1 at Anfield to send Liverpool out of the Carabao Cup at the first hurdle, but the expected starting lineups will be much stronger this time around. Promises to be an exceptional match between two teams and two managers devoted to attacking football. We take a closer look at where the contest will be won and lost. Can Liverpool keep Eden Hazard quiet this time? Hazard's appearance from the Chelsea bench in the 56th minute at Anfield completely transformed the complexion of Wednesday night's cup tie. Chelsea, 4-3-3, Arrizabalaga, Azpilicueta, Cahill, Luiz, Alonso, Conte, Jorginho, Kovacic, Willian, Giroud. Hazard. Liverpool, 4-3-3, Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Henderson, Milner, Salah, Firmino. His winning goal, 5 minutes from time, was one of his best ever, the Belgian cutting inside sharply from the right, gliding past 2 Liverpool defenders before rifling a shot into the far corner. It spoke volumes for the confidence Hazard is playing with this season, and that's all down to the freedom Sarri has given him. The Italian told Hazard he was no longer required to track back and perform defensive duties, while Chelsea's possession-based, uber-attacking style means he sees much more of the ball. Sarri even challenged Hazard to score 40 goals this season, and given he already has 6, it isn't beyond the bounds of possibility. Although he will likely be up against Trent Alexander-Arnold on his side of the pitch on Saturday, rather than Nathaniel Clyne, that goal will have struck fear into Liverpool minds. Chances are one of the midfield 3 will have to provide cover every time Hazard collects the ball, because his natural ability to glide past opponents, driving in from the right touchline, means Liverpool will be in serious trouble if they provide him with too much freedom. Against most opponents, Alexander-Arnold has the freedom to spring forward and assist the forwards, but there must be an element of caution to his game on Saturday. Mind you, he was up against another world-class player in Neymar in Liverpool's recent Champions League win over Paris Saint-Germain, and largely got the balance between defensive and attacking responsibility right. Is Chelsea's defense strong enough to cope with Liverpool's front 3? For all their impressive attacking play this season, there have been some question marks about the strength of Chelsea's defense. Sarri admitted after the win over Cardiff earlier this month that their failings at the back could ultimately prove their downfall in the title race. "We are very dangerous in the defensive phase and we need to improve there," said Sarri after watching Bomba fire Cardiff into an unexpected lead that day, with the Welsh side going close on several other occasions as well. It was Arsenal that caused Chelsea endless defensive headaches when the teams met at Stamford Bridge on the second weekend of the season. Their midfielders were able to unlock the Chelsea backline time after time during the first half as Arsenal came back from 2 down to parity at halftime and could well have scored 4 or 5. And though Chelsea are scoring enough goals to compensate for any defensive lapses, they haven't yet come up against anyone remotely like Liverpool's trio of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane. Those 3 scored 91 goals between them last season and already have a combined 10 this time around without necessarily clicking into a high gear as yet. Salah, for example, has appeared subdued in several matches, with some suggesting an on-off dispute with the Egyptian Football Federation over image rights has proved a distraction. Liverpool's front 3 operate best against opponents who like to attack and commit plenty of men forward. If Chelsea send too many forward on the counter, there should be plenty of space for Liverpool to exploit. The prospect of Salah, Main, and Firmino running at Gary Cahill and David Luiz, Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen are injury doubts isn't exactly one Chelsea fans will relish. Which role will Conte have to play in Antonio Conte's Chelsea team? Likewise, during his time at Leicester, N'Golo Conte's role was clearly defined. He was the disruptor-in-chief, the man who would run mile after mile breaking up opposition attacks, shadowing dangerous players and cutting off the supply lines. Under Sarri, Conte is expected to push forward a lot more because Chelsea move up the field as a unit. It isn't something that necessarily comes naturally to the Frenchman, though he is capable of playing further forward.